I got two questions. If elected president, how do you settle the South China Sea dispute with surrounding region, especially the Philippines being the front line, and China claim indisputable sovereignty almost the entire South China Sea?
Thank you. So this is a very important question you're asking about.
To invade and annex Taiwan while we depend on Taiwan for our entire modern way of life. So the current U.S. policy is a one China policy. The U.S. refuses to say whether or not we will defend, and further goes to the length of saying that the U.S. president can't even pick up a phone call. They criticize Trump for picking up a phone call from the Taiwanese president. Well, I think it's unacceptable. I think we have to be crystal clear. We have to draw red lines that are credible, but we have to mean it. And say that we will defend Taiwan, at least until we get semiconductor independence in this country, after which we resume the status quo of strategic ambiguity. That's what it's going to take. Nobody else in either party is willing to say it. Now, if you say that, Xi Jinping would then have to be a fool to go after Taiwan during that period. What do we do in the meantime? We got to build alliances with other countries like India, which has been a poor relationship of trust for the last 60 years. I think that India can block the South China Sea, God forbid, block the Andaman Sea, excuse me, which is where China gets most of its Middle Eastern oil supplies. I'm a fan of the Second Amendment. It works in this country. It's worked for 250 years. Export the Second Amendment to places like Taiwan. Put a gun in every Taiwanese household. Train them how to use it. That's how you deter China. I wish Israel had a Second Amendment. That might have been a very different result that we saw 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, had that been the case. And you think about all of this together, that's how you deter China from going after Taiwan while avoiding World War III. If you want one take home of my foreign policy in a nutshell, it's actually very simple, and I think we can do it. Avoid World War III. Declare economic independence from China. And then protect this homeland, which we're failing to do. Border defenses on the northern wall. I say don't just build the wall, build both walls. Southern border and northern border. Cyber defenses, super electromagnetic pulse defenses. They could take out our electric grid in a matter of days right now. We're vulnerable. Nuclear missile defenses, basic defenses of the homeland that the existing establishment has left us vulnerable for 25 years. That changes on my watch. That's true America First foreign policy, and we will practice what we preach. Thank you, man. I appreciate that question.
My name is Roger Newman.